regulations, but even how wildlife and animal ambassadors and raptors are viewed. It has changed so much because I've been kind of doing this a long time. So this is our female, come on up, Ariana, it's all good, American kestrel. I have no idea how old this bird was, with a high fracture of her left humerus. Probably a window collision, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, the American kestrel, of course, is the smallest falcon we have in the United States. There are about a dozen species of kestrels worldwide, but ours is one of the smallest. So much better for tracking these guys and doing, you know, satellite monitoring and migration, like what Project Snowstorm does with the snowy owls and the cellular tracking stuff. I haven't seen any modern stuff, modern studies with displacement hawks. I know 20 years ago, I read somewhere that they believe some birds make that journey from Canada to Argentina in as little as 8 days, especially if they get a jet stream. You know, they are not eating. They long wings. To me, they almost look like, in the summer when they're soaring, they almost look like sort of like a croissant or something, you know, because it's all curved. They're so, especially in the dihedral, their wings are so skinny and pointed at the tip and move forward that if they're tipping, they almost look, they don't look like an aircraft or a hawk. They have this beautiful, beautiful curved shape. Huge color variation, as you can see. Almost every single morning. So our ferruginous hawk is 27 years old. If you look up in the Oxford English Dictionary the phrase battle axe, you will find a picture of her. This is a native Colorado bird that came off the Pawnee. She was originally a falconer's bird, legally taken, of course, as a youngster, raised by people, but then he suffered a near fatal motorcycle accident and a divorce, all in the space of 18 months, and he was not able to continue working with her, so she was donated to us. Ferruginous hawks are not wired like other buteos, and when I first started doing ID classes and instruction and some falconry work with the law enforcement trainees, the prospective district wildlife managers, one of the things I really wanted to emphasize to them in terms of the species, and I'll come back here in just a minute, and then you guys can get close. A ferruginous hawk is not simply a red-tailed hawk with longer leg feathers and painted different colors. A Swainson's hawk is not a rough-legged hawk missing the leg feathers. They are all morphologically, behaviorally, proportionally different critters. Ferruginous hawks are the largest member of the buteo species in North America, but there are some people, there's been this entire fringe movement, I don't even know how to call it, of folks that are convinced that this is actually the last surviving member of a clade or a group of North American hawk eagle. Much like the pronghorn is the last surviving member of the family Antilocapridae. This is our 22-year-old male golden eagle, being carried by Jenny. Jenny's just carrying birds here today. Jenny, I'm going to ask you to stand here and say hi to our Zoom audience for just 1 second, and then Bev's going to, and you just take one over this too. Golden eagle. He is a male, and he weighs 7.5 pounds today. Alrighty, Jenny, if you want to hand him over to Bev, because, no, I want you to stand in the middle. Come on, buddy, we're moving. Thank you. And Jenny, here you go. Bev, I'm going to have you step up to the carpet scheme there. Yeah, okay. There you go. All righty. So depending on what book you read, again, classification. Thank you, Zach. About 66 species of eagles worldwide. You want to grab his right primaries there, Bev? previous recommendations to Wyoming Department of Transportation, Utah, Montana, stuff like this. Guys, if you want to leave the carcass out for eagles or something, you got to move it 12 meters. So he got excellent care within hours of him being injured. And what happened was the head of his humerus, instead of lying underneath shoulder blades, folks, it got knocked down onto his wishbone. And the corridor humor. Yeah. So, back for another repeat appearance. This is our 7-year-old female bald eagle. When I suggested we do all eagles all the time for the rest of the program, kindly indulged me. Okay. On average, both species of eagles are about the same size. Now, obviously, a big Alaskan female bald eagle is going to be bigger than the southern bald, which is the genetically distinct subspecies in Florida. A male southern bald eagle can weigh under 6 pounds. They are dinks. Okay. Conversely, you got to remember that golden eagles are found worldwide in the northern hemisphere, and there are pockets of them in Asia. Edge of Siberia, parts of northern Russia, where the male, Berkutzes they're called, the male Asian Russian golden eagles are as big as span of a golden eagle. From the middle toe to the halix, or the root talon, is longer than that of a ball. The talons are more curved on a ball. This is a foot designed for hanging on to fish, and tiny fish, maybe, as well. The booted or long leg feathers on the golden eagle, one of only 3 North American raptors. Stop clowning around over there, right? So rough-legged hawks, rufous hawks, golden eagles have the leg feathers all the way down to the tops of the feet, which does not help when you're looking at a funky brown, gold, chocolate eagle on a pole, and you're trying to figure out what you're looking at. Especially, of course, since we know first-year balds beaks. And there are 10 species of sea eagles around the world, and they're all patterned in shades of dark and white. The CPW study that's going on, to me, is extremely interesting, especially in terms of where bald eagles are showing up, where they are nesting, stuff like that. The latest stat I just read, including Alaska, so all of the United States.